Alright, I've shown this before, don't know where the video's gone. I think I was trying to make alterations to it, I've accidentally deleted it. But this is the Chace Wind Crossbow that I got from Leslie Reifeld. I'll put his name in the link a little bit later because I've been talking to a few people who've got these from another source, and when they've got them there's been faults with them and bits missing off them, but I got this from Leslie and I've got loads of bits and loads of spares of it. Been very pleased with it. I haven't used it so much lately because I haven't been too well, but one of the things I have done and one of the things I want to talk about today is these £95 allegedly target limbs. I took the 150 limbs off and I swapped them with a fellow I was talking to on Facebook for the £95 limbs that he wasn't happy with, and I was keen to try them. I've spoken to some of our American brothers and sisters, and you know, it's like it's got to be a 200, 225 pound recurve or a 200, 180, 200 pound draw compound crossbow. But we're, you know, in the UK here and the subjects we discuss on YouTube, we're not really talking about killing big game. We're not really talking about shooting buffalo or large elk or deer at like 60 meters, you know. Our needs are quite particular and quite specific, really, our requirements. And I decided to try this as a bit of an experiment, this £95 target limb thing, and I was really surprised by the results. I'll do a bit of shooting with them now. I'll string it up and do a bit of shooting with them, and I'll show you what I mean. I've taken the open sights off, which I normally wouldn't do, to try this red dot sight, which I got a while ago, which I don't really like, but I'm trying to get used to it, you know. You know, if you can remember from the last video, and I know Liam has got one of these now, which he's shown. They take a little bit of getting used to. I spoke to Liam about it. They take a little bit of getting used to. Once you get used to them, they're a great little crossbow. So we had like the Chace Wind, which was £150 draw when I bought it, has now got these £95 draw limbs on, so we'll get to it. I'm going to be shooting from here to my target block. From this point here, I'll pull that table back here. I'll use that as a rest. I'll be shooting from here to my target block, my usual target block. Give you a look at that now. Starting to look a bit beat up now. I've been using it for over a year for archery and for crossbow, so it hasn't been used for a bit. Like I said, I've been ill, you know. It's a block of kingspan cut in 3 pieces of a block of kingspan, 4-inch kingspan, which is very tough. It's got Axminster carpet on the front, and it's got a rectangle of carpet backing in between each one, and it's held together with this mesh and with duct tape, which I've only had to renew twice, considering the weather we've had is not too bad. But it's pretty tough, you know. It'll take, my mate's got a £225 compound crossbow, and it'll take shots from that without them going all the way through. So it's as good as a straw butt. I think it's a decent straw butt. It's certainly as good as the commercial archery targets you buy, so that's what I'll be using today from over there, which is quite a way, as you can see. Right, I've set the camera up there. It's like literally 2 feet away from the target block. You can see the penetration there on the target's roughly about the same with most of the arrows as the 150 and the 120 pound crossbow. So let's just take the camera back a little bit. I'll show you. That one's penetrated right to the flights. And that's like from over there. You know what I mean? If you've got the it's 19 yards, that just over 19 yards, a pace over 19 yards, so that's the 95 pound limb. You know, with a high impact resistant target, which I've made myself, you know, and I know what it can do and know what its limitations and what its abilities are. For the purposes and the uses that we talk about on here, that's adequate. It's also easier to cock, and it's easier on your bolts and on your strings and on the mechanics of the bow itself. Long term, if you needed it, sort of like long term, any sort of given scenario, you know. Thanks for watching.